Hi everyone, it's BDevine and welcome to Divine Miracles, and today I'm going to do a little bit of a different video. I'm going to do a bit of a how-to on reading palms. Okay, this is something that I've been doing for quite a bit of a while, and I've sort of developed my own way of doing things, and of course I just want to do things really quickly and really easily for you. But if you want more in depth of all different types of lines and this, that and the other, then let me know and I'll make some other videos about it. But for now, just doing someone's palm reading is very easy, and what happens is as soon as you touch someone's hand, you start to really get some intuition about the person, and the lines sort of can go out the window. You'll just start getting an intuition about the person. But I just want to give you a gentle easy way of working some things out. Okay, so first of all, you want to say to the person, which hand do you write with? And I write with my right hand, but I box with my left hand. Okay, so I am a southpaw boxer, which is really weird. I can do both, but I'm actually stronger with my left, even though I'm right-handed. That doesn't matter when it comes to palmistry. But you ask people left or right, which hand do they write with, left or right? Now, if, say for example, you are right-handed, which most people will be right-handed, the left hand shows what could have been in their life, and this one shows what path they've followed. Okay, so sometimes it's interesting, people want to look at the other hand, but it doesn't, you don't really need to. You can do that if you are really interested in what could have been. They will be generally quite similar though. Now the right hand, obviously if you're right-handed, so I'm just going to do this on my right hand just so I can show you some things. Okay, first of all, when you're with someone and you take their hand, you're looking at it obviously opposite to this, but there's some general major lines that are on the hand, and I'm going to try to show you. Okay, so the one that's closest to the top up here, okay, that is your, I always get these mixed up, that's your heart line. Okay, so that shows obviously the heart. It obviously shows the emotional side of things. Some sort of relationships and things are running across this first line at the top. The second one here is the headline, so that's obviously your wisdom. Some people call it the wisdom line or intuition. I'm going to try to show you. So that's mine. This one here that runs around the thumb is the lifeline. Okay. This one here is the line of fate, which runs right through the center of the hand. And this one here that goes just very faintly is the health line. Now I'm only going to show you those basic lines because otherwise you're going to get confused with crosses and girdles and this and mounts and all kinds of things like that. They are the major ones that you want to be looking at. The biggest mistake people make is looking at a lifeline like this and saying, oh boy, you know, you're going to live a really long life, or you're going to have a short life because they see something ending here. We never ever talk about anything like that. We never talk about when someone's going to pass away or anything, because it cannot be possibly known, and we shouldn't put anyone's, you know, fear into anybody else. The way that the lifeline goes around like this, it shows the quality of life more than anything else. You know, are you living a full life? And see the difference between how wide it goes in from the thumb to that line. That shows someone that might be really open and frank, you know, and obviously honest with what they're doing. Sometimes people have it really short like that, and you might want to think to yourself, well, maybe they don't say everything up front. Maybe they're not as talkative or as open about their life as some other people. But me, I'm an open book, okay? I will tell you guys anything you need to know. And anyone else for that matter. Right, so there's my lifeline going around, and it's quite full and it's quite long. Sometimes people have a double line going here, so one's full and when one's just about to start here, and that can be for actors or people that live a double life. Maybe you like to cross dress, or maybe you a boy and want to be a girl, or the other way around, and it's like showing that double life. Of course, if you're doing readings for other people and there's personal things like that, you might not want to mention, hey, do you dress up in drag or something. You upset somebody, but it's so you've got to have integrity with what you're doing. But it gives you some insight, and the reason I'm telling you these little things is to give you some insight. If you know someone really, really well, you might be able to come out with some more things and just be a little bit more upfront about what you're actually seeing on the hand, and have a bit of a giggle with it. Okay, so when we're looking at someone's hand, again, you're going to get a feel of the hand. If their hand's like a soft, if their hand's really, really warm, what do you think that means? If someone's hand's soft and warm, it's generally a soft and warm type of a personality. If they're really cold and if they're really, really rough, it might mean that they don't have enough energy going down around through the body, or they work really, really hard, or maybe their circulation is playing up a little bit. So your intuition will start to take over. Again, it's almost like when you're doing tarot card readings or oracle card readings, you're not going by the meaning in the book, because that misses the whole point of actually having some intuition there. The same thing is here. You want to have a general idea of what you're looking at, but you want to let your intuition flow, and that's always the best way. So the other little thing that I can show you, and it's real, I'm sorry that it's really difficult, but there's a crease here. If you turn someone's hand to the side, whatever hand they write with, I wonder if you can see it. There's like a little crease here. And that is like a marriage line or a relationship lines. Now some people might have a few of them. Now I'm not talking about the end of the heart line here. I'm talking about in between the heart line and the bottom of your little finger where that ring goes around. There should be a line or two. Some people have got more than that. And the deepest line will show the most relevant relationship. And that's just the way that I've been taught and the way that I've been doing it for a long time. So you might see a couple of smaller lines where they've had breakups or whatever, but there might be one major one, and that is showing a major relationship or something that meant a lot to the person. Also on this little hand, if we turn it over, and we look to the very bottom of our finger there's the end of the finger, and just in here, now you won't be able to see these because they're so fine on my finger, but just in that area on the flat side of the hand, just in this area, if you look closely, you can count the number of children on there. Now there is a little old wives' tale that says the darker or the stronger the lines appear, it's generally boys, and the fainter ones are girls. But it could also just be the empathy a person has to children. So you don't want to say, well, you're going to have 5 girls and 3 boys kind of thing to someone, but you might want to say, well, I can see that you really love children and you've got a great empathy to children. Do you have any children? You could say something like that, and then you say, well, actually I thought you might have because I saw this, that and the other. You just got to be careful what you're saying, and just do this as a little bit of fun for yourself. The stronger the lines are generally mean the more that characteristic is within the person. So my heart line is really, really strong, my head line is really, really strong, my lifeline is really strong, and the one that goes right up the center of the hand is your line of fate. Now this can change over time, and mine's quite strong at the moment. Mine's quite prominent at the moment. I don't know if you can see the line of fate going right up the center of my thing there. That is quite prominent to me. And the health line, the heart line, you can see my heart line and head line really, really clearly. Okay, I wish maybe next time I'll just draw on my hand so you can see it. So you'll get a feeling from someone. And also I just wanted to point out, if you can see where the start of the lifeline comes around and it's on the headline, sometimes you'll see some branches and things in this part here. Now this will generally indicate a person's childhood. So if you see lots and lots of lines and crosses and things like that, it's safe to say that the person had quite a difficult childhood, or a childhood where it was quite laboured, where there was a lot of work that they had to do. Maybe they had early responsibilities, like looking after all the brothers and sisters or something like that. Maybe going to work early, and you can see that on people's hands. And there's so many other things that I'll point out, but that is the major lines. You know, you get a feeling from just holding someone's hand. You know, like for example, you might say, have you wanted to be a chemist, you know, in your lifetime? Now that's not going to be written on the hand, but that's a feeling that you're getting when you're holding the hands. Holding someone's hands, you know, allows you to be in their energy space, and you're sort of picking up lots of energy from them. Like it's almost like psychometry when you're holding someone's like ring, or someone's piece of jewelry or something, where you're holding their hand, you're getting the energy off the person like really, really well. And this is a good way, like before you even do a reading, or if you don't do like readings, or maybe you're doing a healing for somebody, that you could just do and have a general look and have a bit of fun with it. So remember, the top line is your heart line. It's bringing the emotion. How emotional is the person? The second line is the head line, or the line of wisdom, which is just underneath the heart line. The one that curves around the thumb is the lifeline. Now that's the quality of the person's life, not how long the person's going to live. The quality of their life, and whether they're open or whether they're a little bit closed off to society by the distance it is from the thumb. See how easy that is. Remember, the children are underneath the little finger. You'll see some little lines in there, or the empathy towards children. The relationship is in the space between the end of your heart line and the bottom of your finger. There's a little space in there, and you should see, let me see if I can do it. You can just faintly see one line there. So one major relationship. And then you've got the line of fate, which runs next to the heart. The line of fate runs next to the lifeline, and your line of health comes around this side. And just over here, in some people you might see a line going around in a circular, and that's also intuition. So how big that is and how padded that is will show you how intuitive that person is. Now this is just a simple guide. Okay, I haven't gone through absolutely everything, but I just wanted to give you something to start with. Remember, if the person's opposite hand, so the hand that they don't write with, is what could have been in their life, and the hand that they write with is what's happening. Also, it's good to remember that every 5 to 7 years or so, these hands, these will change. These lines on your hands will sort of change slightly, depending on what you're doing with your life. It's really, unless the person gives permission, it's not good to do these to small children, because their lines are going to change too much, and you know, you don't want to put too much in their mind as well. I've had it before where some parents have said, oh, could you look at my daughter's hand, or the daughter's been there like, I really want my hand done, and I've done a few things, and it sort of backfired where, you know, the kid got the wrong idea about something that I said, and then, you know, suddenly I'm in big trouble, you know, when all I've done is tried to explain things and tried to explain where the hands, you know, the marks and things on the hands are. So be careful how you're coming out with things, because it can be interpreted in a negative way. Generally, people that have got some sort of negative mindset are the ones that will just pick up a negative straight away. But don't worry, as long as you're going into things with integrity and love, you can't get it wrong. Remember, try not to remember absolutely everything that I've said, but more so go with your feeling. What are you feeling about the person? You can pick up all kinds of things that are not written down on paper. But if we want to go into more of what the crosses mean, and, you know, bits and pieces, like the different planets that are on the hands, and also the different organs and things that are within the body that are on the hands, let me know, and I'll do my best to come up with a little some little tools for you with on these videos, maybe do some drawings. So there you go. I hope that is helpful to you, that you've got a place to start. And if you've been looking at wanting to do a little bit of palmistry and you don't know what to do, please just start by doing it with somebody. You know, have a go with somebody else, and, you know, see if you can remember the lines. If you start by remembering the easiest one, the lifeline, and then, you know, above the lifeline is the head and then the heart. You might get it right, but you don't have to say this is your lifeline, this is your heart line, this is your headline. Just get an overall feeling and put it all together, and that's kind of the easiest way to do things. So I hope that that was helpful, and looking forward to hearing from you guys, and until the next video, it's goodbye for now. Bye.